Now, this next dynasty is kind of the unique. The San Antonio Spurs is it involves mainly the coach Greg Popovich and the franchise player Tim Duncan. It started basically when their first franchise player, number one pick David Robinson, got hurt. Okay, so which allowed them to get the number one pick to draft Tim Duncan. So Tim Popovich was the vice president and fired the coach, took over as coach the year that David Robinson got hurt. They came when Robinson came back and they got Tim Duncan. They came back to win 56 games in Popovich's first full year as coach, which was Duncan's first year. Then they would win the title the next year. Okay, and during all of this, Popovich being the good general manager, coach, or whatever, it was drafting good. So in '99, after they won the title, they draft Manu Ginobili. Okay. Then in 2001, they would go on to draft Tony Parker to form their big three with Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker to go along with Popovich as the coach. And then he was steadily adding pieces through the draft, making moves. And then they had a pick four, basically, was still had David Robinson. And then he retired in 2013 after they won their second title. He won his second. It was the first with all four of them. Well, it was the only one with all four of them. And then the first with the big three that they had, they were going on to win again in 2005, going on to win again in 2007. In 2008, they would go on to draft George Hill. And you ask, why am I talking about George Hill? Well, because in 2011, George Hill will go on to turn him into Kawhi Leonard, and they would win another title in 2014. Almost won again in 2013. If it wasn't for Ray Allen hitting the big shot, they could have had their back to back then and had six. And Tim Duncan could have been like Michael Jordan, 6-0 in the finals, but instead he had ended up 5-1 in the finals. And the one thing about Tim Duncan, what made this dynasty so special and unique is that throughout his 18, 19-year career, he won 50 games 18 times. The one time he didn't, it was a strike shortened season, and this team was 37-14, which is 70% of the game, which equated to a 60 win season if they had played the whole year. He never had championships, only one in lost one in the finals, and that took a miracle shot. So, you know, and they was battling the whole time with this next dynasty that I'm about to talk about, which is my favorite, and that would be Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. We'll be back.